180.
At tonight's conversation cards.
Is it wise to date somebody that you may feel is settling for you?
No, it's not wise to date somebody that you feel is settling for you. They may not see it that way, but then you'll start operating off of insecurity.
Yeah.
That energy is gonna roll over to so many places. You're gonna say, oh, you can't wear that because, I don't want you going here because I don't want you around these people. You're hindering their progress. You don't even want to see them go further or grow more because you feel like you barely got a chance to be with them in their current state. So it's going to be a very unhealthy situation.
Yeah, you're going to continue looking for them to secure your insecurities. And then that is a burden to them. You're always going to weigh them down.
You going to hold yourself back because you worried about what they think about you. And they really ain't paying you no attention. That relationship is doomed if you feel like somebody has settled for you.
All right. Well, to answer this question, I would never, ever deal with someone who I thought was just settling for me. Because it's like, honestly, it would make me feel like I'm just a showpiece for them to make them look better or less than. And yeah, that's my opinion. It's just something I will never do. If you're gonna settle for me, yeah, I'm not worth your time. Move on. And that's my opinion.
All right, ChrisSEE Marie.
I agree, Kevin. If I'm not exactly what you want or extremely close to it, then I am a settle. I am a settle. And those things need to be talked about with a person before sex. You know, when you're getting to know somebody or you're attracted just because you're attracted, or even, because sexual compatibility doesn't mean that you're what the person wants. It just means that you're fulfilling a need. A superficial. It's a superficial need. Like to me, in my mind, it's like sex is a sacred exchange, and it should always be treated as such. And before you make a decision to consent, just to like have a relief, which it does make you feel good, but at the end of the day, if it's not with somebody that fully accepts you and fully like wants to give you what you want and makes every endeavor to do that, then they are settling, and so are you. So you're settling for somebody who will just go through the motions instead of somebody who actually really wants you and really values you for you. And that's my answer.
All right. And I will say, pow. Okay. So, my initial reaction is the same as my personal connection, and I fully agree. And it made me think of my previous relationships, and I've actually had more than one that I felt like the guy felt like he was settling for me. But I I don't like to say that that's why the relationships fail, because ultimately all relationships will fail or are doomed until you meet that LTR match, that lifetime relationship match. Now, I will say Kevin Samuels and Melanie King, they have really helped me to alter my thinking in terms of relationships and not see it as it's supposed to be this big magical thing that has to be 100% all the time. It just has to be 100% effort all the time from both parties involved. Did I start? I did. Okay. Yep. And if you're with somebody who you feel is settling, they're never getting the real you, because you will always be trying to be, you will always try to be something that you're not. You will always be trying to be more than who you are. So they will never get the real you. Now, I will say this topic, and like many topics, take me back to my general social psychology class about how people innately don't like rejection, so they will aim for people on their level. People will aim for people they feel they can obtain, people who are on their level. Just like the Stokely song, "Found someone on my level." That's gonna be my song one of these weeks. But I do that very much. I only aim for people who I feel are like on my level. And I remember of the about 3 times that I attempted to be that upfront in person holla at a brother person, I got rejected all 3 times. So I'm like, I don't do that. I don't look for that. Why conveniently beauty single? Yeah. No one feels they're on. Oh, yes. Conventionally attractive people often are. I'll save it for the 1 minute.